don't think Kevin Feige's okay with this one. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor, and Alfred Molina, who played Dr. Octopus in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2, just confirmed that, yes, Doc Ock is returning to Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, this has already been pulled from the trades. They had reported that Doc Ock was coming back, but we've never had any details of how or what version or multiverse version, etc. Well, Alfred Molina was asked and clearly said, well, the internet already knows, so why don't I tell you some? Clearly, he doesn't know the rules that Marvel enlists to their talent. It's interesting because, look, it's Alfred Molina. He's a big actor. Like, I understand, like, what are they going to do? They're going to fire him? No, he's doing them a favor coming back from the other world. They need him. They want him in this. They're not going to do anything about him. It's not like what can they do to any of these actors if they spoil it? They're not going to fire them. I mean, unless it's so egregious. But Alfred Molina's like, yeah, it's all over the press. Everyone seems to know. So let me spill some of the secrets. So if you want to go in completely blind, tune out, I guess. Although, if you've been watching my stories, he doesn't say anything too drastic here, but he does explain the version of Doc Ock that will appear in No Way Home. So if you wanted to go in a little bit more surprised, well, then tune out now. All right, if you're up for it and you want to hear the secrets here, let's talk about it, because this is pretty great. He's confirming yet again the scoop I had over last year on this channel and on Fandom Wire that, yes, multiverse is not only coming, but so are Maguire and Garfield. Sorry to have spoiled it for you, but it's happening, and I still can't wait. Even though it's been spoiled, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see it. They can't spoil this one for me. I just want to see this in action. I cannot wait for that boom finale. The Statue of Liberty. Well, it's going to be amazing. Go America. All right, here we go. Just remember where you heard it first. All right, but let's now. Alfred Molina's finally unlocking some new secrets about his return as Doc Ock in Spider-Man No Way Home. So let's check out this information that dropped last night. So he will be back as Otto Octavius in Spider-Man No Way Home, the third installment in the MCU Spider-Man films, led by Tom Holland. He said he was told to keep it quiet. When we were shooting it, we were all under orders not to talk about it because it was supposed to be some great big secret, Molina said with a laugh during an interview with Variety about his role in Promising Young Woman. But you know, it's all over the internet. I actually described myself as the worst kept secret in Hollywood. Instead, not only did Molina confirm his involvement in No Way Home, he happily detailed his experience making the movie and returning to a part he first played in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2 in 2004. Uh-oh. You know, Kevin Feige's like, he's not happy. But again, what do you do to Alfred Molina? You're not, Alfred, how dare you? You're not coming back to more Marvel movies? I'm sure this is the last one he's doing, or maybe one more appearance. It was wonderful, he said. It was very interesting going back after 17 years to play the same role. The same role! He's playing the same role, so he's not some weird version of himself. No, this is the same role. Given that in the intervening years, I have now had 2 chins, a waddle, crow's feet, and slightly dodgy lower back. When the actor asked John Watts, the director, how the movie would bring back Doc Ock, since he pointed out, I died, Molina said the director told him, in this universe, no one really dies. Yeah, sadly, no stakes. Thanks for proving that as well. In Spider-Man 2, Molina played scientist Otto Octavius, who was poised to be a mentor to Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker when a lab accident turns him into the murderous Dr. Octopus, or Doc Ock for short. So named for the 4 mechanical arms on his back, on the orders of Harry Osborn, the tentacled, unhinged Doc Ock obsession with perfecting his experimental fusion reactor sets him against Peter-Man, blah, blah, blah. Peter appeals to his good side, but drowns himself as his reactor before the city is destroyed. In the early conversations, Molina said Watts told him that the movie will pick up Doc Ock's story from that moment, right after he's destroyed, in the river, which in a franchise that includes multiverse, time travel, and diverging timelines seems plausible enough. Molina's concerns were more practical. He said he asked Watts how they were going to deal with the fact that at 67, he's aged quite a bit since 2004. He looked at me and said, did you see what we did to Bob Downey Jr.? He calls him Bob now. Hey, did you see what we did to Bob Downey? Or Sam Jackson? Molina said with a laugh, in 2016's Captain America, they used de-aging to do obviously Robert Downey Jr. from 1991, and then in Captain Marvel, they de-aged Sam Jackson. Molina also cited Scorsese's The Irishman as an example of de-aging and its limitations. They made Robert De Niro's face younger, but when he was fighting, he looked like an older guy. He looked like an old guy. That's what's worried me about doing it again. And I don't have the same physicality I had 17 years ago. That's just a fact. Molina realizes, though, that the nature of the role would save him. I then remembered that it's the tentacles that do all the work. It's all CGI tentacles. He sat up straight in his seat. My basic physical move as Doc Ock, as the actor, is just this, he said as he glared intensely at the zoom camera and made a menacing noise. I just do that a lot, and the arms are doing all the killing and smashing and breaking. I'm just going with a kind of mean look on my face. It was fantastic. I love how much fun he's having in this. But it's like, he clearly, I mean, look, he's not revealing too much, but this would have never flied if a Marvel person had been on this interview. But because this was a junket for Promising Young Woman, they weren't there with their snipers ready to go, because he's Alfred Molina. He's a really classic actor, come back from the Sam Raimi franchise into this franchise. He doesn't know. He doesn't care. He's like, well, it's all out there. The trades have already reported him in this movie. Why am I going to keep lying about it? Tom Holland's out there lying about it to people, I guess to try and prove that he can, but I don't understand why we lie about it. Just say, I don't know. I can't tell. Look, they tell me how to talk about the movies. I don't know. That sounds cool. Boom, move on to the next topic. I don't know. Sounds cool, though. I don't know. We'll see when the movie comes out. Just, that's all you got to say every time a question comes up that you're not sure about. But Molina's clearly too excited, and was clearly excited to come back. But, all right, so we know he's coming back. He's coming back as his character from Spider-Man 2. He's just confirmed. And he's talking about doing de-aging. So they're going to try and make him look younger, which is very interesting. Now we got to take this. Does that mean Tobey Maguire's coming back from that era too? Andrew Garfield, will they try to de-age them slightly because they're also older at this point? Or will they keep them the same? There was part of me that was kind of excited about getting an older Tobey Maguire, an older Peter Parker to come do this. Now, does that mean there's a version where they're going back to get all the villains before they died? Then what? I have a lot of questions. What does that mean? Again, we might the reasons as to how all this plays is still sort of under wraps, but I imagine it's just some sort of they're all here, they're coming. It seems Electro is really the cause of how all the multiverse and everything begins. Neither Sony nor Marvel confirmed Molina's return, but news of his casting leaked last year, along with reports that Jamie Foxx, I think it was Hollywood Reporter leaked it, so now Variety's got the details. They also leaked that Jamie Foxx will appear as Electro, which he's also confirmed because he had an Instagram post against the Spider-Man and stuff that he then deleted quickly. Later, Zendaya, another lead actor, seemingly confirmed Molina's casting during conversation with Carey Mulligan because they'd obviously worked together with Molina, so that implies that even Zendaya had a part with him, that he's in the role more involved. And I have gotten that gauge too, that the villains are going to be in the movie a little bit more than the final Spider-Man. I'm told the final Spider-Man show up for the finale. Boom. Just when you think they're not coming and it's like, oh, we've gotten through the movie. Bam. You got help. And then the theater's going to go crazy. I'm going to go crazy. I did warn you. I told you there was some spoilers. I warned you, but I told you it's the same stuff I've already reported. But I can't get spoiled on it. I'm still excited, even though I know that that's going to happen. I'm like just waiting to see it happen because it's going to be so cool. It's going to be very cool. Casting Molina and Fox will unite 3 generations of Spider-Man, the Maguire Raimi cycle, the Mark Webb, Andrew Garfield installments, and the newest Spider-Man starring Tom Holland, directed by Watts, currently scheduled to be released for Christmas time, December 17th. This movie is going to do huge. It's going to be huge. So there you go. Molina is back. Feige cannot be excited about this information leaking. But I mean, this is a secret they couldn't hold on forever, given all of the casting they had. I'm unsure how they thought they were going to keep all of this secret. There's so much stuff. There's still secrets in this movie, no doubt, but there's so much stuff that it's like, of course some of this was going to get out. Someone was going to slip. There was too many casting surprises and big things that, of course, this is starting to come out. So I'm waiting for the confirmation for Maguire and Garfield. I don't know how much. I don't think they're going to wait to surprise you in the movie at this point. It's already out there. They're going to do some fun big reveal with a trailer, though, no doubt, that will tease it. But the truth is, I think they could do a really cool trailer that teases the villains at the end of it, that you're like, oh crap, and then they can hold on to the Maguire Garfield to keep interest brewing until release time. My question to you in the comments: do you think because I'm telling you it's happening, do you think they'll show the Maguire Garfield moment before it hits theaters, or do you think they're just going to keep deny until it happens for real? I kind of would like that. I'm okay holding on, sweating until then, because I'm not sweating. But I'm okay waiting and just have people think, oh, they're not in it. And then finally, when we're in the theaters, yeah, we got you. That's what I hope they do. But I'm curious. Do you think can they hold on to that secret, or will they put it in the commercials, trailers as they drop? Tell me your thoughts down below. If you haven't already hit subscribe, please do that as well. Smash that bell for all alerts, because YouTube sucks this month, smash that like button and leave a comment because, man, they do not want to share content this month. They are either dying or they're lying, one of the other. Tell me what you think again. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for more here on Popcorn Planet.